UNC, nor to the PNM. For the last general election, I voted for the PNM. But I didn't vote based on, I did not vote based on being a PNMite, a Bachak, whatever all it is call them.
Maribonta.
A Maribonta.
A sheeple.
I based on, in my constituency, right? Which is St. Anne's East, with Miss Dolly. She's doing a pretty good job, right? She's doing a pretty good job, and I vote based on her performance. Me. So I voted for the PNM, right? I'm saying that to say this. After Saturday's show,
Yeah.
the first time I took time to listen to any other programming on this radio station was Monday and Tuesday.
All right.
And to hear big people who call themselves educated, who call themselves adults, go at heavy duty and TC because they don't share the same view. I don't understand how you expect everybody in this whole world to share your view. There must be people out here that will share different view to you.
Exactly.
So to hear big people calling this radio station to try to get heavy duty and TC off, going as far as to message the boss on them.
Yeah. They go
Call the boss on them.
That far, eh?
That far.
Calling the boss phone.
To call the boss phone and to message the bosses of this radio station to get off heavy duty and TC. If this was my way of minding my family to put a bread on the table,
Them don't care about that.
I telling you,
They don't care about that.
I was never in this political thing heavy, but I always a turn off.
Yeah.
Always think to make cockologs get soft. I'm telling you heavy.
Okay.
After hearing, no, I always seen all the thing and all the up in all the politics thing, and I saying boy, XYZ is the case, and who want to run down that road could run down the road.
Yeah.
Everybody had a choice.
Yeah.
I am never going to put myself in that.
Right.
But I'm holding a program here, and if Heavy have a different view, to hell with Heavy and his view. If you don't like it, hush.
Yeah, or don't listen.
Or don't listen. To hell with Heavy and his view. And until Heavy starts to talk more stupidness here, where I could attack him, I will not. The problem all I having is this. Heavy, because of his political views, and maybe he's an underlining UNC, that's his damn business, right? But when he bring a point across, all the white mouth PNM out there, your mouth white, your mouth white, and you're wicked to yourself. Heavy coming here and saying, give the little 1,000 that all you promise.
Yeah.
I could fight him for that, boy. All you want me to sit down in this city and fight Heavy for and have all you put in all your paperwork to get that same 1,000 and can't get yet. And if Heavy come and say,
give them the 1,000.
Give them 1,000.
Give them the 1,000. All
you want to fight that?
Yeah, they're fighting that. Wow.
All you from hell. Heavy. It had days Heavy come here and I do him one of the, we leave the studio and I go my way and he go his way. We are friends for over 15 years and I vex with him because he talk his stupidness on the radio. They come to sell Lou and I tell him that. But I don't understand. Even though you love party, you really love party more than your children.
Yeah. I tell you that already. I said they love the party more than they love the children. Because their children hungry.
I said here.
And they would not say nothing about the party in order for them to get. They would not come on the radio station and say. They wouldn't ask you next set of talk show hosts. They wouldn't even ask these talk show hosts that they call and support them. But yes.
I listen.
Or they call them and see if we can get a little grant now, boy. We can call and see if we can have a hamper.
No, the comfortable it's a hamper. Because they could get 8-pack lentil peas and 8-pack of split peas. You're comfortable with that. I listen to a program here in this week in the afternoon. Right?
Yeah.
And an American guy called, he's from Trinidad, Chumacac, where I'm from.
Yeah. Wall Street. Yeah, Wall Street.
And watch me, that man say some things, but this man he's still a PNM.
Yeah.
But that man bring across some points, and one of the things stick with me.
Yeah.
He say we just ask poor people to wean off the government. We just ask them to wean off. As you ask the government for something, wean off the government.
Yeah, you're looking for handout.
Yeah, why ain't tell Farah Salwari
to wean off?
Why ain't tell Colin Imber to wean off?
Correct, is right.
Why ain't tell all these ministers who living off our perks, who living off of the spoils that we land to wean off, boy?
Nope.
But no, them not weaning off because they working.
Yeah.
As you reach a certain standard in life, if the government give you 10 million, you have begged for that.
Yeah.
You earn that. But if the government had to give you a stinking $1,000, you're begging for it. And I could sit down here and side with them thing, boy. I am not against the PNM. I am not against the PNM and I'm not against the UNC. And all you wanted us to sit down here and listen, all you dig out small man belly.
Yeah, David Welch.
Yeah, dig out David belly. You understand? Call him. Aisha with her intelligent self. Call in, right? And starting with this stupid way she start as my sister. No, I come to talk today.
Yeah.
You come with this intelligent way to dig out small man belly to guts him. And I have to stop the gutsin because I don't know about all you, but I grew up in the ghetto.
Yep.
If you invite somebody home, I grew up Sawa Lavantil Road. If a brethren from on the old road come by me in my yard, he come for a lime. And he and the neighbors and them get away in Sawa. And I didn't know, but he reached in my yard. While he is in my yard, the neighbors have to understand that he's under my protection. You can't attack him.
Nope.
You can't guts him.
Nope.
So what I will do, I will allow you to walk in the yard and bust him up. That was a guest on our show.
Correct, is right.
And if he's a guest on our show, I can't allow all you to guts him. Miss Tunapuna. For a big woman, you talking about, oh, you lose all respect in me and pass you straight in the road, Miss Lady. I was already passing you straight in the road because we are no friends. Let's be real. Good morning is not mine or yours, it's God's own. So if I see you, I'll say good morning to you, but friendship we are not. Don't make people feel when you call on the radio station in the week, oh, I come by you and you what? What you say? You entertain me. You're an entertainer? You didn't entertain me. I came by you because of family years ago. No, I come to make these things clear because this could teach people brain.
Yeah.
I came, let me talk to I only take about 15 minutes.
Yeah, go ahead, you go ahead, do your thing.
Because I'm mad in her.
Yeah, this is your editorial.
For big woman in her. Mr. Napuna call and I entertain you, TC, and this is what. So because if you had entertained me, did I owe you something? Did I owe you coming on this radio and I have to be a PNMite? No. I don't think so. You did not entertain me. A family that I met along the way in my life was going to church. A Sunday morning, I sit down eating doubles, and the clothes they had on was deplorable. And I asked to speak to them, and I went to their home, and when I saw how they were living, it was deplorable. And I came on this radio station here, and I spoke about it, and people came out to help that family.
Right.
Including Scato, and a lot of people who were just listening came to the home that day, and we cleaned the home. And Mr. Napuna called me and she said she had some clothes.
And to comfort.
Some damn old clothes, but it's not my that is not for me to wear.
Wow.
No, it's not for me to wear. It's not no new clothes that she went shopping yesterday for. It's some damn old clothes that you wanted to get rid of. But it's good thing for the people who wanted it. And I took it to the family. But if you did give me that for myself, I would not have wear it. And I'm not saying that because I'm angry. I'm saying that because it's the truth. So don't make people feel I come and I cock up by you and I drink sorrel and ginger beer. And it was never that. I came, I met you. We spoke a while, right? You gave me this stuff for the family. And if I'm lying, call and say I'm lying. Call today and I'll allow you to speak. Or call Monday and split your thing. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, what you normally do. But we are no friends. Pass you straight in the world for a big woman who going down in here, guys, where you will tell a young man like me.
Pass you in
there. You, Mr. TC, you disappoint me. Play like you don't know me. How horrible you. How horrible. What big woman. I wish I could have cussed.
Because she wants to attack you.
Because you call and you telling me
how to run a show.
How to run a show. And I tell you, don't tell me how to. You were a gladiator.
Yes.
Mr. Napuna was a gladiator. That is how I know Mr. Napuna. And I hold real respect for her. And Gladiator used to cut you up when you're talking stupidness.
Gladiator used to cut you?
Yes. Gladiator used to cut off.
So who's you?
So who is me? I will cut you off once I find you not making any sense.
Yeah.
And Paul calls here a million times. Paul is in here?
Paul is called.
I'll allow him to talk.
Yeah.
It have other PNM people.
Let's go on talk.
I will allow them. The only person is not allowed to talk here.
It's Bartaya.
It's Bartaya. Mr. Napuna, any other PNMite, anybody is allowed to speak as long as they want here.
As long as they're respectful too.
As long as you want and as long as you're respectful. And I'll close by saying this. I will close by saying this. Last week, Saturday morning, about after 9, my phone rang. Heavy Duty called me and said, we have an interview today for all your stupid PNMite. Let me give all you a little bit of what went on. Right? He called, he said, yeah, we have an interview. I said, who did you pass it by? He said he's trying to get on to the right authorities but not getting anybody. I said, well, call X.
Yeah.
Call X and speak to them about this interview, because I said, and yeah, what? Let me call X. Who is the person? He didn't want to tell me. He didn't want to. He said, well, tell the person to call me. Tell X to call me. I said, then he said, look, my phone ringing, I'll call you back. Right? When he spoke to X, X called me after. I said, X, let me tell you something. If Heavy Duty is bringing this young man on a Rowley assassination, it is not going to happen between 12
and 3.
I said, so call back Heavy and tell him, if it is a Rowley assassination that this young man is coming on, or a PNM assassination, he's not allowed to come here. Okay? If he's coming to speak about
that's what happened to him.
What happened to him during the week and his turn of events and what made him so famous, because it is a big interview.
Yeah.
I am all 100. I am not going to sit here and watch nobody disrespect our prime minister or the political party that favors inside these walls.
For free.
Right? I said, I'm not doing that. Then the conversation went back to Heavy. Me and Heavy had a conversation after that, and the interview went down. Right?
And in no time at all, the guy was about attacking.
At no point he came here. At no point he came here and
Yeah.
he tried to assassinate the Prime Minister's character, name, anything about that. Or the party. At no point. Because I would have cut him off.
Right.
I would have pulled him up. I made that very clear before he was in studio. I said I will cut him off and I will pull him up on national radio. I am not of that. Right? Because I am really not of that. But after this week here...
See, the boy did not... You know, the boy talk this story. Say what
he did nothing wrong. He did nothing wrong.
The man talked really good.
And on Saturday, we did nothing wrong.
No, we did nothing wrong.
So why try...
Yeah, to drag William through the mud.
Why try to get on to the bosses of this company
and take blood out of each other mouth?
Yeah.
Take blood out of each other mouth.
For what?
To get rid of we off the radio.
Yeah, because you have a difference of opinion.
Yeah.
Because they believe you're underlining UNC.
Yeah.
So everybody must be PNM in this world.
That in them world. In them world.
And I would say this. Somebody used the comment that is them paying we. Let me tell all you something, right? Is all you paying me? When Mountain Reach call my phone and pay me.
That's correct.
Don't feel that all you not paying hell. All you not paying nothing. I wish I could say the real thing. All you paying nothing. Right? And if who don't like what I said here today, right? I will end by saying, in the words of the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, take that. And put it with the monkey.
Put the nuts.
Heavy, if you have anything to say,
I have nothing to say after that long editorial.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
Put it with the monkey, put the nuts. If all they don't like it. Because nobody did nothing wrong on Saturday here.
Yeah.
And this is not PNM.
Okay, well that we can before more time we can take some calls.
Yeah.
After we name call a whole week.
Anybody could call. We name call whole week.
Whole week we name call from as bright as early Monday morning.
Yeah. Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I just listen to all the program.
Thank you.
Each person, you all carry about all the program. As I think that same radio station should learn from you all and conduct all the program, conduct their program as how you all carry about all the program. You cannot go and abuse each other. Well, you all cannot do that because it's an interview he did come for.
Yes.
I am calling from, it's an interview he did come for. He didn't come for abuse and he didn't come for anything wrong. Now everybody in every country of this world stand up for the right by marching. Look at Cuba. Look at America, Black Lives Matter. Right? And nobody go to disturb them. But I am hearing that if the UNC want to come out a peaceful march and they want to come out for what they want to come out for, nothing wrong, it's a march. But I am hearing on a radio station, this same station in the evening, we go beat them, we go this, we go that, we go the next. Now, someone is going to come out on a peaceful march. If you all have to talk like that on the air, violence on the air, and you all have children, what you all teaching on
That's
the air?
right. What you teaching the children?
With all this abusive. And I mean, if somebody calling in and there's a UNC, you don't have to abuse them. You could correct them if they're making mistakes. Or you could cut them off if you find that they're not going right. And if there's a PNM and they call and you find it's not going right, you all have the right to cut off them. It could be me. So if the Tunapuna is Tunapuna feel that about old self, I am old, my grandchildren is doctors, my nephews and them is doctors, and if she finds that you all are not fit, I am fit to accommodate you all. You all gave nothing from nobody, and you all asked nobody nothing. Now, this is one of the best programs I hear carrying about itself than on the evening show that have abused bacchanal. The people who carry on those shows, they do not have no respect for nobody. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Good work.
Thank you.
And all your good, very good for young people.
Thank you, mother. Thank you.
And I invite the PNM callers today. All you call and tell me what I say was wrong. Call me today. I am inviting you all today. Call me and say, TC, what you say, you're wrong. Call me because I'm taking those calls.
You can't say that.
Hi, good afternoon.
You know what? I call and I tell you you're wrong. Let me talk.
Yeah, listening. Why am I wrong? Tell me why I'm wrong.
Let me talk to you. This is third time I call and I tell you cool it. Cool it. Take it down, TC.
Yes.
Talk to you. Start talking. Listen, TC, I say something. What do you mean? I never know, man. Kind of pregnant. Is either you're pregnant or you're not pregnant.
Right.
So what do you mean on the line? I know you're in something different today. Eh?
What? You know, no, because, no, let me tell you something. Okay. You ask my question.
I know, let me tell you something again, TTC now.
Right.
I just need them tell that bullshit, but I just listen.
Right.
I realize the problem is not you.
The problem is who?
I know, man, I love to tell the best, you know, they only play music. I used to be listening.
Right.
Since this politics thing come, Just a man on the other side and come in and kind of on that low, like he want to play between the two parties. But by the time he know, come on, is a black man, a strong black man, salesman. Either you want to see. Nobody can tell me that I want to declare what I want to do and what I was doing.
Right.
You see what coming out, the fucking system? That's the problem.
No. I'm not answering for him, but I'm not answering for him, but in previous programs he made it clear, and I can ask him again. He made it very clear that he's anti-PNM. He made it very clear.
I tell him, but if he said it,
yeah.
I say, but I tell you, I never hear it. So I don't hear any callers on them. And when I just hear is, you understand? They don't hear the state is wrong. Now he just said like he declared them down to the wire. Honest to God. And then he doesn't listen to him back when he talk.
Right.
You understand what I mean?
Why are you talking to me like if talking about me like if I'm not here?
But you're here. You have to jump in and
I wonder.
But when he indicated like if the two parties the same, I don't care about. Then after that, he has different sentiment. You understand?
I understand.
The man is you want to cover the same you want to.
I understand.
When the pocket see, goes in the back of the
So he.
Is that one love?
Yeah.
Let it down the back of or the national radio or something.
Right.
I cover everybody. I will live as peace.
Caller. Let me ask you one question. Did you listen to radio this week?
Yeah.
And were you comfortable with the amount of attack that heavy duty and TC had to go through for one programming on Saturday?
No, well, do you want to? I didn't like the bacchanal.
All right.
For nobody.
And are you comfortable hearing today that they went as far? Are you one of the people that went as far as the message?
I don't think why you do that. I ain't gonna do that.
Well, all right.
Especially black brothers and sisters, you need to do that. One message force and all kind of.
Thanks.
But when I talk about the host and them on this time and other indication, but kind of this is cutting off and balling that. Now listen to me. What I call last week, and I say, hey, every word again and so forth, take it down. What I say, boys. Hold on. And you say like this, you know what I mean? And I try to make a peace and say, all the coolness, don't be so angry and so, you understand?
Yeah, man.
That was a couple of minutes before the program done.
I understand what you're saying. I
make a peace, coolness, all the national radio, don't get them kind of back and don't come out like all the. And I understand how you feel if you come to express yourself this morning.
Yes, I did. Because I want them to know. I want them to know that I'm onto everything. But
I understand how you feel.
At the end of the day, caller, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I am not angry with anyone in particular.
Expressing your feeling, how you feel.
Right? All I'm saying to them is that was not the way to do things.
Yeah, because they lost their work. Nobody didn't care and what.
And then there is nothing there to lose my job.
You see, if you had lost your work, they'd be calling and glorifying when they hear somebody else talking in their shift. Yeah, there's something given and then it's good for them. They'd be calling and glorifying the man.
I believe.
So I don't know what they're playing hypocrite for.
I believe that.
What I mean, like, I like the bacchanal thing, but
we got.
Everybody should be obviously make the call and. One another show one another respect that.
Yeah, man.
No matter what the first
opinion.
The political party you are feeling is too, but everybody there to show one another respect.
I like that. Respect, man.
But I don't hear, right? You is not the problem. I don't check on all of that. I don't listen. You is not the problem.
All right, cool.
The man won't play on the line, dicey man is the problem.
on the line.
All right, cool, man.
Remember he did send some ghosts and them time around, and the ghosts and them time yesterday here in the front and out there at the front.
On the line.
Well, we will clear up all of that today, caller. We have to go to the break, all right?
Okay, we're going for a break.
Yeah.
And to see you in the first hour, you did your editorial. Allow me to do mine in the second hour. Okay?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're going for a break in 1 minute and.
Let me let in Paul for the last minute now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me let in Paul for the last minute. Paul, good morning. Paul, morning.
To you, TC, and good morning to you, Heavy.
You have 1 minute.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, you have 1 minute before the break.
Let me tell you something. Let me be honest with you, TC. I was kind of really upset in the manner with the situation happened to Ms. Sunapuna, but now hearing your side of the story, I cannot judge you or judge any one of you there. What I know, though, there are people on that station is very much disrespectful, and I will put pen to paper and write Iwer George and let him know. Also, I have his number because I don't like how Sharon program is operates in the morning. That is why I don't listen to her. She's same as Miss Tunapuna, right? People need to give people respect. You understand? Not because we are a different party and we are affiliated with the NMO UNC, but we need to have some respect too. For years, Sharon getting on so disrespectful in the program.
Well,
and the only reason why I didn't come down there to meet with Iwer George and let him know what time it is.
Paul, I have to take my break. Paul, I have to take my break. You can call me back after. And let's not target anybody's program, all right? We'll be right back.
How them girl and them so boy? How? Long time on the funny man. How? Know you like so man. How? From the age of 10. Hey! Had my first girlfriend. I didn't have no paper when she wanted ice cream from right round the bend. But don't fast forward later then. Tell me now. How much money you spend? You small so hand where you get. What? She marking every cent. Yo! You see I trust too much girl in life. You see I make too much of a choice. Sing down. You see, I try to do what is right. Yo, never me again. We are telling I on them first. All them y'all is the worst. I on them first. Can't take it in reverse. I on them first. All them y'all is the worst. All of them are taking no horn this year. Give me your horn. Give me your horn like. Jump up. I have a question. Low. You ever get horn? No vocals. No vocals. Ding dong. You ever get horn? I get real horn. All when a car blow me by a traffic light, I get frightened. First I get horn. You feeling 2021 you could take a next one, boy? Never me again. I jamming them girl first fight. I horn in first. Can't take it in reverse. I horn in first. Because I horn in first. Horn in. All them girl is the worst. I horn in. Blow the brass. 1, 2. I horn in like. Jump up. Jump. I horn in like. Let me get you one. Hey, on a man. Come in now. Honey. Second way gone. He ducking. We all get it, you know. All right, let me get this one. Give me the play. You get one too. Fed up. Like how you're so slim. You understand? Dig dog. When I born, I fat like you know. I had the size. I not fat, I thick. Hello. Give me the second verse. No, at the age I went. Yeah, man. More money to spend. I juggling both of them. Yeah, what? The friend and the best friend. And they want me to spend. They what? Pay the bills and rent. The two susu hand way again. She still say she take cash and check. You see I trust too much girl in life. You see I make too much of a choice. You see I try to do what is right. There we go. Never be again. I jamming them girls first fight. I horn in first. All them girls is the worst. I horn in first. Can't take it in reverse. I horn in first. I want them to turn it to Roy Kim. I want everybody to give us some horn. Give us some horn. No, give me the horn. No, I horn in I. Jump up. Jump. I horn in I. Say thank you for giving me the platform every day. I'm grateful. You're grateful? I'm grateful. All the love Natal Tasia. One. All the love Victor. Everybody. Thank you. Yeah.
Greetings and blessing in the name of our wonderful Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I'm Valentine Garcia.
And I'm Nikki Garcia. And we would like to invite you to listen to the Final Hour broadcast every Monday from 12 midnight to 5 in the morning on the street 919 FM radio.
Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444.
Please be sure to tune in and prepare to be blessed.
As my life, I lay it on the altar. As my life.
You have been asking for him, and now he's on every second and fourth Friday from 1:15 to 1:45. Pastor, lawyer Dave McKenzie on the street 919 FM. Call him and ask him about any legal matters that may be confronting you. Also, you have questions about the Bible, about spirituality and religion. He is able to answer. Join Pastor, lawyer Dave McKenzie on the street 919 FM every second and fourth Friday from 1:15 to 1:45, as he will be dealing with legal matters and matters of spirituality on the street 919 FM.
From the moment you first crossed eyes,
it's a girl,
to their very first bowl of cereal, open wide. Going into parenthood means nourishing your little one to reach their fullest potential. With Nestum Nature's Selections infant cereals, give 30% more whole grain with 15 vitamins and minerals, including iron, all with no added sugar. Nature's Selection. Give your baby the best. Nestum, from 6 months onwards.
Hey guys, it's Aisha Wells here. Listen up. If you're considering selling or renting your house in Trinidad and Tobago, then call Keelan George with O'Neill's Real Estate Group. He's a good friend of mine and he's been in the business for over 6 years. First, selling real estate in Atlanta, Georgia, and now right here in Trinidad and Tobago. He has a strategic online marketing presence that actually attracts thousands of home buyers and renters. Plus, with his home selling advice and techniques, he's getting homes sold really fast. Keelan will actually guarantee you sell your home, or get this, you can cancel the listing agreement and pay nothing at any time. That's right, you heard me, nothing at any time. Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, people. Check out www.o'neillrealestatetT.com. O'Neill is spelled O-N-E-I-L, or just call Keelan direct at 363-4030. That's 363-4030.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in San Luis Grande is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Sundays, Ministry of Worship Children's Hour and the Word from 1 to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Wednesdays, we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org. Facebook, email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
At Health and Wealth Lifestyle, we offer a wide range of services: blood analysis, iridology, acupuncture, foot detox, foot massages, gua sha, hot stone therapy, fire therapy, legs and feet massage therapy, mineral scrubs, acrotherapy, cupping.
We also have a wide variety of supplements, silver, zinc and magnesium, body light, and lots more.
We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle operate our business in a clean, safe, and comfortable environment. We frequently sanitize our compound and abide by all the COVID guidelines that are currently in place.
So come on down to Health and Wealth Lifestyle, where we treat you like family. Book your appointment today. Call us at 1-868-275-8359
or 1-868-288-1108.
And remember, your health is your wealth, and prevention is always better than medication.
Ikaro, I am Alatumishe Ifabamishe Aganki, better known as MCDU, and every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I host a show called Orisha, The Way of Life, right here on the Sheet 919 FM, where I have guests passing through from the Orisha Ifa Baptist Diaspora to educate, edify, and inform you, the listening public, about Orisha Ifa practices. So remember to tune in every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. for Orisha, The Way of Life.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Okay, we are back heavy. Hour number 2. Right, you hear me now?
Check.
Right.
Yep.
Hour number 2 heavy. We are back. You said you wanted to do your editorial.
Yes. Just
so go ahead.
Allow me.
Just go ahead, heavy.
Now, for the people that are trying to label me, I need you to do me a favor. You don't know me, right? So don't put no labels on me, right? And I don't have to come here and say whether or not I belong or affiliated to. But because of you guys who are so petty that you tend to shoot the messenger, they tend to want to persecute people when they speak the truth because they don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear lies. Like you're accustomed hearing lies at this time, a whole month, whole week you're hearing lies, and then on Saturday, you find when you hear the truth, they want to see people talking stupidness and them to tell them off the radio, the dance, and they want to call people all kind of names. Right? I was born in Trinidad and Tobago. Right? Know that. My birth paper and my ID card stamp. So I have all rights. Right? To criticize the government. To criticize a political party. To belong to or affiliate myself with or with not with whoever political party I feel to. Right? All right. Right? It doesn't matter to me if you like that or not. Because I'm not living for you. You don't pay my bills. However, if you do try to take bread out of my children, more like you are accustomed to because of my whatever view I have, maybe against your political party or your government, that you so love, that you love more than your children, that you go all out for, that you take all these licks for, right? And take your time to call a radio station to chastise people for, right? That is you. That is your view. But allow me with mine and my view, please. Right? So the gentleman who thinking I'm an underlying UNC, the minute you start to talk about the ills of the country, when PNM is in power, you are labeled a UNC. Right? I just want the record to show that I have never sign a pen or paper stating that I belong to a UNC party. However, I support them. Right? And at a point in time in my life, I had supported the PNM also. Because what I thought they were about, which was what I thought it was about was the upliftment of poor black African people. And I get to realize that is not their agenda. Right? I decided I cannot support that. Because where I live and I born and grow, I can bring testimony and prove that that's not their agenda. right? Because if that there was agenda, our people in these poor black communities will have, as my good friend Walsh they say, economic inclusion, economic empowerment, and economic, wherever I see they say. But somehow, when our party in power, or our so-called black party in power, is we know of the government. We know of the government. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for handouts. And one of the things that I support UNC people for is because when UNC in power, they take care of their own. And in taking our own, we too, let's get taken care of. Right? And I will just say this. If it is, since I small, I taught water from small till I reach big man, I always bring this analogy. And it take a UNC government to come and run pipe and run water to my house. Who you must support? And I don't live in a UNC area. I born and grow in a PNM area. As I said, people, my mother is a PNM. I tell you, on the wall in my house was a picture of Jesus, and next it was Eric Williams. And when Eric Williams died, it was Chambers. And when Chambers died, it was Patrick Manning. I born, grow in a house seeing that. So I don't know who is more PNM and all. I don't find out who is more PNM and who better PNM and who. I'm not on that because I realize at the end of the day, I can't take that to the grocery and the gas station. I never went in a grocery and tell the cashier here what is a PNM. Pass all my groceries for free. Or go in the gas station, put gas and tell the gas station, here, hold on, I know put gas as a PNM and get free gas. No. So all of lost me with that. Lost me with that. Right? So that being said, I want you guys to know I do not support this government and the agenda, nor do I support the PNM government. Okay? But that don't make me a UNC. Right? Cool.
Right. Let me clear up one thing before I go any further. I was reading the comments on Facebook just now. I saw Ms. Tanapuna call me a liar, saying that she gave me some fuller bed and a fan. I cannot remember, and as I tell her, Petty, she's for a big woman, right? I cannot remember the fuller bed, but I could clearly remember the fan. But it was not for me. I didn't come by your house and ask for a fuller bed and a fan for me. So if you did give me the fuller bed, right, let me make that clear. Let me make it clear, because I'm a straightforward person. If you did give me a fuller bed and I could remember the fan, right? Okay, but it was not for me. It went to the destination, and there's people that could testify to that. You understand? And you did give me some old shirt where you say your husband is too big. You did buy it and your husband didn't wear it. Right? You did. But at the end of the day, that is not the point. The point is, do not make people believe that I came by you and you entertained me in this sort of way, like I eat ham, lamb, and jam. I don't like those things. When they call in the radio station, make it very clear. You did not entertain me in any way. Personal, it was a professional visit about a family that was in need. Right? So, to make you feel better in your heart before you close your eyes some godly day, I did not lie on you. All right? Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, pleasant good afternoon.
Yeah, pleasant good afternoon.
Evie and TC.
Yes, sir.
Evie.
Yes, brother.
I'm listening to you. There's Rastaman from Digo.
Yeah, Rastaman.
Evie, I realize over the years, you realize you never hear me talk politics.
Yeah.
You realize I talk governance. I talk politics. I don't believe in the campaign and this and that. And I have a similar story, and I would tell you, today is not the day for that. But here what I want to find out. I would like to ask a question. The Prime Minister came out and said it's due to the candlelight and these things may cause the high flux in the COVID-19 surge and all the spikes and whatnot. He came out publicly and said that. The commissioner came out and apologized and said, yes, it's his fault. How come they're not putting this man to defense? How come no questions is being asked to this man? No, nothing. The commissioner, and right now, me and you make a live and just mention Gary Griffith police coming and kick down the door. But at the same time, you made a lapse in judgment for the public that paying your salary. And nobody, none of the big activists, nobody ain't saying, well, okay, so where's the consequences of your actions? This lapse in judgment that you caused, or this error in judgment, every action have a reaction, and this was the reaction, right? But where's the consequences, where's the accountability held to this? something I can't understand. It have a song that is play. It's called They Don't Deal with the Real Issues.
Yeah.
And I think that is a very pertinent song right now in life. I'm telling you, we don't deal with the real issues. Instead, it's trivial thing. We just make a big hullabaloo. And something may cause so much people death because of lapse in judgment on your professional behalf. Nobody has nothing to say. And I believe in the system that you must be harder on your own. Because something I keep saying, if you vote for a party and that party is in power,
then you're supposed
not demanding they fix your problems. The party that you didn't vote for when them come in power, them can't fix it. If you give a child 100 to go in the shop and tell him buy a bottle of oil and he bring back $10 change heavy, he has to get account for the 90.
Correct,
a bottle of oil could cost 90. But ministers playing with 14 billion, 35 billion, some billion, and all you ask a question. And there's also people need to stop mixing politics with governance. Politics and campaigning is for election. After the election is
correct
done,
is right.
Power.
Correct is right. You want to kill me because I asked him for $1,000 for you what you need to get because you're home from work.
But the sad thing
and crucify me to the cross.
Even if you can give me $1,000 when I'm home from work, when you borrow 28 billion and I have to help pay back.
Okay.
That we bill. I call there's a lot of callers on the line, so let me take some more calls. All right, thanks. Hi, good afternoon.
Let me say good afternoon to you. Titi.
Yes, sir.
I want to say this evening here, you been coming a talk show host.
No, I don't want to become a talk show host at all. I can tell you that.
Come in the arena, TC. Listen to me, TC. Come in the arena there by fighting back for your family and your rights. Because your name is all what you have.
Exactly.
TC. And people don't understand that. Let me say good evening to my good friend, Heavy Duty.
Good evening, my brother.
Your name is all what you have. And TC, about a week ago, I called on Precious and Robert program. And I tell Precious, I say when bad around them calling, let them talk. I say don't try to debate with them. I say, you remember what they put with you and Evie? And TC, I am seeing the same thing. What is going on now? Because when TC and Precious when Evie and Precious was there, the call down to Iwer dog and all.
Yep,
the call down to Iwer dog and all.
The
call type and the call rowdy. Give that Heavy, give that Precious. And Precious couldn't take it. She leave because she was under pressure, she was under frustrated because they coming up she talk show was coming up she was coming up she and I'm seeing this making and see that lady is a dangerous lady who is not calling. She's a bacchanalist from long time. From over the years, it's only bacchanal she gone over and I'm talking about Miss Pinapuna. Over the radio for over the years. She go and make bacchanal for 102, 104.7. 91.9 is bacchanal. Now she come to talk about you get somebody something boy. Will you go tell God? What you get tell God? You get somebody something and come to boss and post about it boy. And you talking about God and God. What you go tell God? When God feed the people, he never reproach. And people turn it back against God. Is he hear him come and reproach? When God feed the world, people turn the back on him. They stab him in the back hard. He forgive them. He never come and lie and scandal the name. So it seems that it's a cabal. What trying to get rid of TC and Heavy on the radio. That what they do to Precious and TC that time.
Yeah, but Kingsley, the shocking thing is this.
Yeah.
If somebody had told me, first I green, and I doesn't afraid to say it, Kingsley. First I green to this arena. If somebody had told me that you bring a a UNC person to the studio, they're going to try to get you fired. I will tell them, no, they're not going to go so far. They won't do that.
Yeah,
everybody, I would have doubted because everybody in this life, Kingsley, have different views.
Yeah.
Right? So if that's somebody else's views, Kingsley, you cannot vex for somebody else having
a different
view. That is all I say.
They will. Because the field 91.9 owned by Dr. Rowdy.
No, they said that is their place. This is their place.
I want to ask them, why Dr. Rowdy going on a former minister from the UNC program, and he never come here one day and spend an hour with them on the program. He went on Barrier with my bike. But he went on the former minister of planning in the partnership TV program the other day. A whole hour. Why certain radio station in this country getting government ad and this radio station don't get none?
Thank you.
I observe that. Why the minister and them cannot come on 91.9? Why not talk show to call a minister anytime on 91.9? We'll stop the games. I want to tell you TC again. Every is a fighter. Every don't have the coach already. Every don't know already what game is in already. You see?
Yep.
I want to thank you because you want to have against a big official.
I want to against a big fish.
But call the boss, wherever he is, call the wife, call this one to try to get rid of you. They're not to see. But stand the ground. I support you. I want to take it even to the boss, Neil Iwer George. I want to thank him for having a program like this where all could call in. Don't care if it's an IRP, UNC opinion, but this program here, it have a view for all. We spend the talk shows for them because you see.
Kingsley, wrap up.
We have plenty callers.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. Google.
Yeah, good afternoon.
What's up, my brother?
I am cool. I just want to clear up something here, right?
Go ahead.
For me. I don't know for nobody else. So for me, I clear up something for me.
Right.
Right? You had a caller just now who made a statement and I want to correct him.
Mm-hmm.
You call him Rastaman. I played back Gary Griffith on a radio station, that said radio station, saying that he gave authority for the Candlelight Vigil March and that he he held responsibility for it. And he called out the numbers of people who was at the march. And I called for Gary Griffith to resign. There's another lady by the name of Sister Jenny who called in and supported me and said that Gary Griffith should step down. The day he said that, in his press conference, he should have been handing his letter of resignation immediately. I said that, and I was saying that this is a perfect example of him asking his resignation based on the fact that he gave, the facts that he gave. I said that there. So Rastaman, don't say that nobody didn't come and talk about it. I talk about it, and many other things. This week, I had a conversation on the radio station about the way forward after the pandemic. The government needs to come and tell us what is the road to recovery. And as I was saying that, a high official from the government called me and said they're coming on Tuesday to deal with that.
I like that.
So don't say
Google.
That nobody don't talk that.
Here why Google? Because that is something that I and all was fighting heavy with. I was telling me that it's high time that the government come and say what's the plan after the pandemic. And my views is, and I still hold this view, Google, the pandemic is something that maybe we see in the end now. Right? Well, not the end of the pandemic, but maybe the end of all the lockdowns and because of the mass vaccination that is happening, right? And I was telling Heavy at that time, if I make a plan in January, not knowing what's happening in December with my economy, and then when I reach it and I come and I tell the country, well, this is what we're going to do, and when December reach, I have to make another plan for next year, and then continuously making plans without seeing the end of the rainbow, right? Then we just spinning up in mud. And Heavy was sharing a different
but there's some basic, what I was saying, TC, what I was saying was that we need a basic plan that could maneuver in any which way, but we need to hear some hope.
Right.
We need to get some kind of hope and vision of, okay, yes, they have an idea of where they plan to take us. Even if you had to change it along the way, but still tell me something.
Instead of not saying anything at all.
Exactly. Instead of not saying anything. And listen to me, TC. Yeah. I am a support. I don't care what nobody. I am a supporter of this government. And if I could call on them to do it, I was calling on them on Thursday to do that.
But it's the right thing. If you have, and I have no problem with that, Google. But if you find, I fight you with that too.
My problem is that when people come on the radio and say that nobody who support this government, just call them to account or call them to check, that is a lie.
And now, hear what you see how you call today to clear up that? Now that person may have not been listening to your program because people listen to selective programming, right?
Correct is right.
So now they may start to listen to you and say, but Google came on the radio and he said he's holding his government accountable for certain things. So now I can start to listen Google program because the loo that is selling, right? Google is this. From 6 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock, straight till 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the night, everybody's PNMite and everybody is singing one song like a choir. Nobody is going to say, let these things are affecting us as the government. It's come like the government does no wrong.
Correct is right.
Do you understand? So now,
hear this, TC.
Now Google, that you are bringing
Mm.
certain things to the table and showing accountability and saying, listen, I am calling the government out on certain things, then your listenership just went up, Google, because your listenership
but listen
now...
to this, TC.
Yeah.
Listen to this, right?
Yeah.
Whole week, people talking about the taxes, the tax exemptions and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I'm saying this for your listeners, especially people who call and say we don't call on the government for accountability.
Yeah.
I said on that radio station that the policy on vaccination late. The minister now coming up with a policy to tell business people how to deal with their employees. It's late.
Yeah, that late.
I said that.
Yeah, that late.
I said that.
The horse done out of the stable already.
So my thing is, and any one of my listeners could tell you that there are times I say I know some of you might not like what I'm going to say, but the fact of the matter is if I don't say it, nobody else will. So
like
my
that.
thing is, you see the labeling, and that's the problem. You see the labeling of everybody as one. I think that's something I call into say to stop. And I want to say to you, TC, the young man that you had last week, I had him on my program already. I had a program called Youth Talk Out. And that young man was in the studio with another young man. And that both of them had a falling out in the studio. When PNM people cuss me and say I take money from UNC to bring that youth man in the studio to cuss out a PNM youth man.
What?
My name up to now it have people who don't speak to me.
Google.
Yeah, but Google, wait.
Stick
up in. Because I like where you're going there. Hold on, Heavy.
You realize I now get the bulb light up in my head. Go ahead.
Just now. Because you said something, Google, in the week here that stuck in my mind as well, and I was supposed to bring it up. You were supposed to be part of my editorial. If you bring somebody on your program that is not of the same ideology of others, of your friends, people that used to answer your phone call, Google, right? And because they came and they have a different party.
Or of a different ideology.
Or a different ideology, Google.
He's of a different party because his man is a UNC.
Yeah. Right. Google, and they stop answer your phone call, that says a lot. They didn't stop.
The people who stop answering my calls is not the high officials, you know.
No, but I'm saying the guys who are telling you, so they was not your friends anyway, because they have to understand. They have to understand that okay, you are doing programming, and more importantly, you're doing a job. You're not sitting down here during the week.
You see, Google cannot do that.
Wow.
You're putting a foot in their mouth and you put Google in trouble.
No, that is not.
First thing first, you need to understand how this thing is go. It's fanatics run the thing right now. And if Google have to be very careful and tread on thin ice when he brings certain people to his show, especially there's UNC, right? And if you bring Google, hold up, let me finish here. Hold up here.
Yeah, let me stop here. I want to stop here. I want to stop you. That is not true. Because I have interviewed UNC people on my show and the listeners. And if you let
I never interviewed them. I never interviewed them. No. But in that particular interview, right? Just like you, Aisha, well, although bring UNC people on the show, but in those interviews, you had to allow the mob to stone them. You have to allow them up to stone them. And if you try to protect, the people who come in the interview, you're labeled as a UNC too. You know that, Google.
Let me stop here. Let me stop here. I don't want to take up any more of your time, but I just wanted to clear up the issue when TC had brought up the issue about the young man, when the young man messaged me to come on the show. You understand? I had already interviewed one of the organizers of the match of the motorcade. I had one of the organizers on the phone line and she was telling me the opposite to what he was telling earlier. She told me that they had already written a letter to the commissioner and they're waiting for permission. I asked her all the relevant questions. Who is the organizer of the march? Why are you all organizing the march? What? He said on the old show that he was going to deliver the letter, that they did not write any letter to Gary, which was a lie.
Okay, well, we can't say it was a lie.
March,
Google.
Yes, because the lady who organized the march was on Synergy TV saying the same thing that she said to me the same day. She was on TV6 saying the same thing that she said to me the same day.
Right, but what I'm saying, we can't say that lie and the man get locked up with the letter in his hand.
Yeah. Yeah, but he went. No, he didn't get locked up for the letter.
No, he never said for. He got locked up with the letter in his hand.
That they had that the organizers already dropped in.
All right, let's not make that.
The organizers said that they dropped a letter.
Google, let's not make that the issue. Whether they had
and
or
the
had
young
not.
man had an issue in the studio that brought up a matter that the station and including me was going to be before the courts. He did something that brought me proof.
Okay. No, I can ask you one question.
That's why I did not respond to him.
Before you leave, I want to ask you one question. Right? Did our show on Saturday going past deserve us getting fired?
No, I don't know about the fire in part.
If we did something wrong for us to get fired.
I don't believe so, but I'm saying, no, I don't believe so. But I'm still saying at the end of the day, at the end of the day, brethren, I think we have a policy in our building that we should not be bashing one another.
And nobody bash anybody on Saturday.
No, I just saying, even if the callers want to call in and bash us,
right,
we need to put the callers in the place.
And just now there, when Paul was going down that road, what did I say, Google?
I just saying. I think we should
Google,
continue it.
One thing you can guarantee from me, and you know me that well, it is this: I will not allow assassination of anybody's name. Nobody. Because I will not assassinate anybody's name as well. If I say something about Google, I know you're listening. I just message you personally, not so.
Yes, sir.
Right? Don't afraid to say yes, sir. I just message you and I will say something and it just kicks again because I know me and you good. Other than that, I will not allow nobody to call here, assassinate Sharon's name, Aisha's name. When I hang up on Aisha, them could talk and say what they want, you know. Aisha is my soul there, you know. When I hang up on Aisha last week, Aisha is my soul there. She's my friend. I could answer to her to that. You understand?
All right,
so I just wanted to clear that up.
All right, thank
Google,
you.
Thanks.
Man.
Yeah. Diana, I like speaking with Google. You know, Google came to make sure that people know that he's not when it comes to the bias attitude, he's not on the biasness and everything like that. So I could work with that. Hi, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yes. Caller.
Yes, sir.
Yes, caller, you're live. Go ahead.
Yeah, what I want to find out,
anyone already ever make jail yet?
What does
that?
That?
You find out something ever going jail.
What does that have to do with anything, caller? I don't understand why.
Because all they're talking about poor people going jail. There's so much poor people in jail for what? Spending years upon years. But they're spending jail for small things. From 2010, these people rape the country. Everybody millionaires. Yeah? And nobody in the jail yet. Them things are so to talk about. And what they're supposed to do is start talking, buy, or they pull money, buy rubbish truck.
Oh, Lord. And all they're telling me that I was supposed to allow this. And now someone they're vexing with me. I was supposed to allow him to just go on. Good afternoon.
That is a PLM, you know.
You see?
Oh my God.
Kingsley.
Yes, because you know. Yes, because I'm saying you get mad, you get vexed. I want to support Google 100% up to when Heavy tell him, right, what Google and say, it does call up the government, it does give a fair chance to me as opposition and many others are opposition, and he got licks for me and all. But he said these things we talk. He got licks for having me on the program. I mean, but he said let Kingsley talk and he take licks. But what Heavy to them the TC? He pay games day. That is my friend. I don't call him and say that for him. Because he know if he interviewing anybody, he have to ask the right questions and he have to know how he interviewing the opposition. Because he said we get a phone call. He said we get a phone call. Right? And he has to let the mobs come after.
Yeah, and tell them it soon.
Yes, he won't caution them. Right? But he must allow them to come and do the work after. That is the facts. Facts that Google program might then be a program.
It's one of the program I listen to, but I don't call.
Yeah. So, pass a program might then be a PPM program, but it's a PNM listeners program where we have a variety of PNM callers to listen to. So if he ain't talk about PNM good, what wrong with him? He murder.
And let me tell you something, Kingsley, I want to ask a question. Should talk show hosts be at the mercy of these listeners and these sycophants and them that if they talk something concerning country or they're not talking like they're affiliated to the PNM party, should we be afraid that these so-called listeners will call the boss and get them fired?
No, well, I would say heavy. If it's a PNM and I have a PNM program, I don't mind. If it's a UNC, I have a UNC program, I don't mind. Right? But if they say that you're independent, they're another independent program, but the program based on PNM or UNC that is program, because you know if I use UNC, if our program it has to be UNC callers, so I will allow 1 to PNM callers to call in who I know can make a good contribution. Me allow everybody to call in my program. You know what I mean? Because this is for UNC people to talk, right? But I will allow 1 to PNM who I know could make a good contribution on my program. But some of them don't want to hear they want to hear PNM, them kind of program. In the kind of program, when you want to hear PNM, and as they call in, they hear you is Kingsley, they cut you off.
Alright, Kingsley, wrap up.
I think my good friend Walsh wants to call us, and he's trying to call the WhatsApp line. The WhatsApp number, give me WhatsApp. What's the WhatsApp number? WhatsApp number is 7711791. Right? And no, what's the number is 7711791. The 49.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yeah, 771.
Hello, good afternoon. Yes, good afternoon.
Hey, that was Philip.
Yeah, Philip, what's up?
I just have people answer, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people on this program this for it, and they talk about war and this and that. Right? And they have to be careful as to being drafted at one. Secondly, when people say they godly and they get and they pray, they see that and whatever. And then after coming in the other song, you're facing people globally taking and you start asking people kind of whether you want to like it, right? Even things about like yourself and things. I don't want to really follow about the news, but I just want to be a general statement. And people have to be careful about the things they say because in some situations, that if you're regarding it in your heart, that God will not hear your prayers. So what it is you're really trying to do? So it's just a reminder that people think about that carefully. Right? That's one thing. Second thing is, I just want to say, since I started to see, I look at the cookies yesterday when they was at the Prime Minister went to Julie Veterans, right? And it's very disrespectful to see how Mr. Hines was treated in Mr. Hines. I mean, the man like you just say like a nobody, and it's not the first time this is happening. You know, and I find, I don't know, I really feel sorry for the guy. I mean, people will say they don't want to vote him, but I find, like, you know, what the people around the Prime Minister? What the people around the Prime Minister and people who really follow the stuff and who really doing things? It's just so obvious that it becomes so disrespectful. So I will say the black people in this party, look at it carefully. I mean, it's there, but they come like there's no use. I tell you when I look at that yesterday, it's like, the man just stay for nothing. Come on, I mean, people have to start looking up and see what really going on in this.
All right.
So you have two people, right? Anyway, the Prime Minister, they're not in the portfolio, but they always are around there. Something has to be done about it because it's madness. And next thing I want to mention.
All right, cool. Thanks very much, man.
All right, Philip.
And we have Mr. Tabaki. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to Brother Heavy and Brother T.
Good afternoon, Tabakis. What's up?
I'm happy to be alive. Let me start off by saying this. Let me coin that phrase, what the old silver fox had used. Politics have a morality of its own. And I want to advise all talk show hosts, all activists, regardless of who you are. Government will come and government will go. And we got to understand that. And those who believe because my government is in power, I am in control, let me remind you all, one day that will come to an end. And always remember, the energy that you dish out for someone else, that energy will come back to you as a ton of bricks. The laws of karma, the karmatic law, is a dangerous law. And I'm saying for the time I have been on radio, from since the time of Morgan Job, Mr. Umbala, the deceased gladiator, I even go so far back to one woman by the name of Dr. Durham Philip. To make the point and close, I'll tell you, let me repeat Mr. Pandey philosophy. Politics have a morality of its own. And a lot of the people who believe, regardless if it is UNC or PNM, and I'm using the term regardless very loosely in conversation, let me tell you all, one day your government will not be in power and you will not want to hold that end of the messy stick. So to all those who believe I could run to get somebody fired, remember when you dig a hole, dig one
for
at the side. Because you see that wickedness. Let me repeat it. When you dig that hole for that person, dig one at the other side. Because I tell you, that law, that karmatic law, remember when you set that negative energy, it come back to you tenfold. So to my people, and let me say this quickly. I saw it on the news last night, And I felt it for Fitzgerald Hines. And this is beyond politics. And I'll tell you why, Let me go there. To the end of the day, Fitzgerald Hines is the Minister of National Security and young. And when I saw it, I say, my God, I felt it for the brother. And I am saying, I'm not telling them how to do their business because I'm not telling them it's not my affair. But if we look at the diplomatic channel, what happened there with Stuart Young and putting him in front of Fitzgerald Hines? Stuart Young is the Minister of Energy and not the Minister of National Security. When you go in there, anything relating to national security, you must put the National Security Minister in front. But nevertheless, that's not my business. So, you all with me, brother?
Yes, we're right here.
All right, go ahead.
I closed just where I started. Mr. Pandey said it right. Politics have a morality of its own. And remember, people, whether you're his host, caller, regardless which political party, when you dig that hole, dig one on the other side because the karmatic law will catch up with you. Tabaki Tautano.
All right, thank you, Tabaki.
If you have to call us right now, I think you should call us on the 342 number, 3420081. Try that number, 3420081, all right?
Next one, again, Chapa.
Call us on the 3420081 number. Hi, good afternoon.
Yes, and good afternoon again, TC and Heavy.
Yeah, man,
yes, good afternoon.
Pastor Google is Rastaman from Dago here again. Pastor Google, I want to humbly apologize because I don't believe in politics. I have no morality on my own. All I have is my morals. I want to apologize for saying that you didn't speak about it. All right, but what I'm saying is, Heavy, I went back out to work, so that is why I'm not home any day as much. So, Pastor Google, I would not pick up your program I used to. Before I was home, and all my 3 radios, there's lock on 91.9. So I see it in the kitchen, the living room, and the gallery. But I'm not home. I'm back out to work, and I'm working. I'm a machine operator, so I really cannot be on the phone. So that is the reason why I didn't hear you say it. So I would humbly apologize as a man. I'm very sorry for saying. But at the same time, his sermon is about to up. He has to look into renew as from what understanding the news. So you can't close one chapter and start a next one. He had to account for that first before we tell him if he could go back for the next 3. So just so you have to do the manful thing and the respectful thing and stand up and say, I am responsible, then you have to stand the consequences of your action. Let me close one chapter before we open our next one, because for years we've been doing the same thing over and over and getting nowhere. Anyhow, Heavy, Brother TC, as always, a good program, a very straightforward program, and I look down and listening.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
And this is the caller I was now calling. Good afternoon, sir. I was now trying to get in contact with you. Hi, good afternoon.
Hello, Heavy and TC. A pleasant good evening to you guys and a pleasant good evening to the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
Good afternoon. Good evening.
I think this is my first time calling in to TC and Heavy.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, hey, Heavy.
What's up?
Where you going, boss?
But firstly, let the listeners know who called in now.
Well, this is Wall Street calling.
Good. So, Brother Wall Street, what's up, man? What's up? What's up with you?
I can't complain on everything is going fantabulous, and I'm sitting here waiting to go for my 6-mile run so I could call before I go for my 6-mile run, I could call TC and Heavy. Imagine that?
Yeah. And I want to say, anyway, first thing before you start, I want to say congratulations to you, and I want to say kudos to you for giving all those hampers to the people of Chumaka Glaventil. I want to give you a round of applause, my brother, because you said all the way in America, came down and you gave back to the people by how you sent it. I don't know how you did it, but I appreciate the fact that they look out for people of Chumaka Glaventil, and I must say I look at it a different light here now going forward. Go ahead.
Thank you so very kindly, Heavy. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Heavy, let me go quickly because I know how it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Heavy, I have something called the triple E's, right? I talk about economic development, economic empowerment, economic inclusion, and access to capital for black people and black businesses in Trinidad and Tobago.
Very good.
Now, I'm a supporter of the PNM, the People's National Movement. 62 years of my life, since I've been on this earth, I've never supported another party. Never. And for all the things that I have done, for when the PNM was in opposition, in addition to hosting the current Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. T. Christopher Rowley, twice at my house, when they were in opposition, including Terence D.R. Singh, including Donna Cox, including Marlene McDonald, including many of those individuals. Take them to the New York Stock Exchange. They have never been there before, right? Took them all across New Jersey, New York. I did that on my own dime. And I hear people, you know, there is a certain faction in the media from the PNM. I call them the go along, get along PNM.
Go along, get along, yes.
I was trying to remember that.
Yeah, that's it's called, I've coined them go along, get along PNM gang. Because what they're basically doing is they are going along so they could get along. Right? I have a big drive where I fought for the people of, just imagine this, a little black boy from Chumakak, Lavantil, fighting for black disadvantaged people in Chumakak, Lavantil, a stronghold of the PNM, and many of them in the go along, get along PNM gang fighting me because I am fighting for those black disadvantaged people in Chumakak, Lavantil.
Wall Street, not cutting you across because I want to listen to the entire thing, but this is so sad to know that you, as a man, you entertain these kind of people in your home, you're saying, big man. In your home, I want you to hear that. You entertain these people in your home more than once. You would think that you could just take up your phone and call the Prime Minister and say, I need to get them 3 billion paint. And before a wink of an eye, because of your personal, not political, your personal affiliation, you will get these things done. That hurts.
Wall Street, tell the people who went over there trying to get his stuff. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah, and TC, you see TC?
Wow.
That hurts because here they said TC, when other people in opposition and they support the People's National Movement, and I like to call names, when Andrew Gabriel and the PNM is in opposition and Andrew Gabriel do work for the PNM, and when the PNM comes in power and the PNM give his family a lot of contracts, what about me, boy?
Yeah. And you asking for contracts?
I mean, asking for no contract. I don't want nothing for Wall Street. I have never asked the People's National Movement for a contract for Wall Street.
Wow.
I have asked them for the people of Chumakak, Lavantil. I'm going to go a little further. The abandoned building on Duncan Street in Port of Spain, former Workers' Bank building. And I could say a fact. I went straight to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley. He asked me to submit a proposal for that building because I was going to name it the Lavantil to Wall Street Empowerment Center. Send the proposal to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley. And you know what happened? For all in the go along, get along PNM gang, I want all you to tell me what happened.
No, I heard an announcer told you. I heard an announcer told you. I heard an announcer
again. Next T20, I make a next duck. Only duck.
I heard an announcer telling you Wall Street.
You say this, I tell them.
What should just sound? What should just sound?
Opposition, and we work as hard as we work. And when they come in power, why Faris Al-Rawi family could only eat, boy? Why Stuart Young family could only eat, boy?
Because they're not winning.
Why Terence Diaz family could only eat, boy? Why Wall Street, who fighting for black disadvantaged people in Chumakak, Lavantil?
The feel you're going to put a 10,000 in your pocket. That's why they're looking at it. Don't game that. Don't game that because he going to put a 10,000 or a 5,000 or a 3,000 in his pocket. And I heard an announcer tell you that you would diverse to some other they didn't give it to you. When you send that letter, you would divert it somewhere else, and maybe in that process where they diverted you to, It didn't
fall through, yeah.
But you was not supposed to divert to somewhere else because he was supposed to deal with you personally. And
but
I
he was
say
in my
that.
house twice. He deal with me personally. He had the best silverware, the best liquor, the best food.
Wow.
When I took them to the New York Stock Exchange, I, little black boy from Chumaka to Lavantil, get gold badge for them.
Wow.
Ordinary people don't go to the New York Stock Exchange.
Wall Street, we running out of time. We're going for a break. Call us back.
No, I want him to stay on the line. Wall Street, rest down the phone. Stay on the line. When we come back, we will continue your interview. Do not go anywhere. We have about 6 minutes of
advertisement.
Advertisements, and we'll be back.
I go stay, man.
Stay on the line. All right,
yeah.
Trinidad and Tobago. We'll be right back in 15 seconds.
Okay, yeah.
Ladies! No wind for can't cool you. Baby girl, so your heart.
Only independent ladies, 100 behind this, baby.
For a very strange reason. Baby, you're so underrated.
Strike it up, strike it up. Hey, girl.
But there's no one better than you at all. There is no one could never call you a friend. Because you're hotter than them. You are the best overall. You're better than them. One time. Uptown, don't stink anyway.
We're ready to go back on the road and say hands in the air.
Because we uptown, don't stink anyway. Hey.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, say you wanna wine, say you wanna move with the crew, say you wanna drink everything that's fine. Girl, what's another wine? Hey, so if we move with the crew, no one drink, we go 2 by 2. Pass one sack for the rail, I say the rail get through.
We're bet.
Cause I wanna feel the feeling, so
I say who can wait to go on a costume again? 1, 2.
Uptown, don't sneak anyway. Sneak every day. Spend money day, it's a vibe. I say we day, so we uptown, sneak anyway.
And if you love soccer, we say 1, 2, 3.
So now we do this thing the right way, and now we pick up the vibes in here.
Patrice again.
Lyrical, gal, still my heart like a criminal.
Somebody make some noise. You roll up on me like you know how I can.
Social distance, social distance
like a criminal.
Hey,
no girl, I come here alone. I ain't breaking no code. Stop the ball, right now.
Girl, when you feel like I can make you feel like, and we could jump all night.
Like a head nice. Run to the back. So high, check it out and go with me.
Let's see the wine, let's see it. Hey, girl, run this shot, bend your back and wine. Come for that, give me that one. Give me that, girl. Give me. Hey, girl, you look so good. Very fast and nice. Give me that one. Let me help you sing. I go deeper, wine like a criminal. No resistance, shot. Look it up and wine like a criminal. Like a criminal. Stick it up and criminal. No. Help me sing. If you wine on, you cannot tell nobody. This is between you and me. Keep the vibes that you're bringing. Bring it away.
Keep the bumper rocking on me.
Everybody give it up for Patrice Roberts, please.
Somebody make some noise.
Simpsons Memorial Limited, number 63 Eastern Main Road, Laventille. Internationally accredited funeral directors and embalmers. A full-service funeral home serving families of Trinidad and Tobago and internationally since 1945. At Simpson's Memorial Limited, we serve with dignity in assisting families in honoring the memory of their loved ones. Our services include professional funeral and pre-planning, burials and cremation, custom-built and imported caskets, coffins and cremation trays, cemetery management, limousines, mourners cars, grief counseling, web streaming of funerals, fully air-conditioned chapel with live musical accompaniment, full global shipping and receiving of loved ones. We specialize in facial restorations. Call us anytime, day or night, at 623-8688. That number again is 623-8688. Simpsons Memorial Limited. Superior service, always with excellence.
Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring.
Hey, you keeping safe? I hope so. I don't really know what will happen when everything will back up, but the lime had to go on. But in the meantime, just come online with the live wire. I'm on the Street 919 FM every Saturday from 5 to 8 p.m. Or you could check us out on the live on Facebook at the Street 919 FM or on YouTube at Street TV. Don't forget to share the live. That might just be as important as you keeping safe. So mask up, sanitize, tune in to the Street 919 FM, Lime on the Live Wire, Saturday afternoons, 5 to 8 p.m. Don't worry, I gotta be home in time for the curfew. Keep safe.
From the moment you first crossed eyes,
it's a girl,
to their very first bowl of cereal, open wide. Going into parenthood means nourishing your little one to reach their fullest potential. With Nestum Nature's Selections infant cereals, give 30% more whole grain with 15 vitamins and minerals, including iron, all with no added sugar. Nature's Selection. Give your baby the best. Nestum, from 6 months onwards.
Hi, what's up, TNT? This is Wayne Johnson out of Brooklyn, New York. I always wanted to do something back home, and we're going to be doing our gospel segment on Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM. Listen what I want you to do. Spread the word. Spread the word, TNT.
Salvation, full and free. Salvation is for everybody.
Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM.
The Gospel of the Kingdom radio program with Gilbert James is now on the Street 919 FM every second, third, and fourth Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. and every first and third Sunday from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. Monday. The Bible says, the Gospel of the Kingdom shall be preached in all the world as a witness to all nations, and then the end shall come. For more info, call 652-0924 or 298-4540 and join us every second, third, and fourth Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. and every first and third Sunday from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. Monday for the Gospel of the Kingdom radio program with Gilbert James.
Hi there, I'm Lester Suglal, inviting you to join me on the first, second, and third Saturday, 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the program Slow Gospel Music, and on the fourth and fifth Saturday from 8:30 p.m. for an extended version of Slow Gospel Music on Street 91.9 FM.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
Share the line. Share the line. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the line. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the line. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the line. The Street 919 FM.
Right, so we are back on the inside, and of course we have Wall Street on the line with us still.
Wall Street is still there? Hello?
All
right.
I'm still here.
Okay, good,
Right,
good.
So we will continue.
We will continue with
Wall Street
your call, yeah.
telling us this story.
Let me continue, right?
Yeah.
Frederick Douglass says, power concedes nothing without a demand. It never did, and it never will. He also said, it's easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. You see, in Trinidad and Tobago, when you are part of the Go Along, Get Along PNM gang, don't matter what a loyal black PNM supporter like me do, once I'm pro PNM. So all I could be is pro PNM. But when I start to talk about things that the PNM should be doing, you know, and I personally have done, I have done it all these years. Listen to this. I have never supported another party in Trinidad and Tobago. I have only supported the PNM, not like other people. And I'll give you guys an example. I don't mean to call names, right? And I ain't going to call names. There's a certain person, right, who on a morning program with you guys, and it's alleged sitting on 2 boards, for example, right? Sitting on 2 boards. There's also other people who also support the program on your station, sitting on 0 boards. That person who's sitting on 2 boards used to support another party. The other person always supported the PNM, and they don't sit on a board. How is that? How is that? That making any sense?
Let me ask a question, Washi. People are saying that you're crying sour grapes because you ain't get what you want. Right?
Wait. I don't want to hear that.
Hold up.
I'm not listening to that.
I want to find out from you exactly. Did you want the government, the PNM government, to with the building, with regards to the building on Duncan Street, did you want them to refurbish the building, build the building, furniture, anything like that? All you wanted was the property, the spot.
No. My proposal was for the government to donate the building $1 a month for 30 years. I will find the people to renovate the whole building.
Right.
Putting computers, entrepreneurship, putting SAT tests, free SAT tests,
right,
free ACT tests, so the kids could come there and study and take the SAT and then get academic scholarship. They could get football scholarship, basketball scholarship, all different scholarships. The PNM didn't have to spend a penny.
Wow.
The only thing the PNM had to spend was to paint the 3 buildings in Chumaka, Claventil, and to renovate or demolish the second building
that was on fire.
Yeah. I have 2 questions. One, did you want the property on your name?
No.
2.
No. Laventil to Wall Street Scholarship Foundation is a registered company in Trinidad and Tobago. Registered. It's not me, my name. Nothing going on I good.
And 2, I would ask this.
All them people in the chat who have PhD in dotishology and PhD in foolishology.
Yeah.
Plenty of them that have PhDs, eh?
Yeah.
All you know what PhD is.
I know. Go ahead.
Yeah, in dotishology and foolishology, they are part of what you call a victim syndrome. I want them to look it up because they don't use Google that well. I'm not talking about Google on the station, eh?
Yeah.
I'm talking about you go on the internet.
The Google app, yeah.
And my second question is, and I will ask this for my goodly friend in Tobago, have you ever pick up the phone and discuss your discourse with the Prime Minister? Did you take it to him personally and say, this is the things that I really don't like that is happening? Or, you know?
Did you complain to the Prime Minister about not getting things done?
Boss, listen. I send all the information that I need. I was sent to I talked to the Prime Minister about the Workers' Bank billing. We communicate via WhatsApp. Right? I sent him the information and I spoke to him first. I said, boss, I look into things, but he said, all right. He said, send me a proposal. I said, what? I say I'm in business, but
you get through.
I send them the proposal. I want all to go to WZYFM and look at the rendering of that building. We communicate via WhatsApp. I communicated these things to him.
No. People will say now is a pandemic. They can't do that right now. They have no money and all kind of thing. How long ago did you send this proposal to him? This was just last year, or this was how long ago this was?
But before the all of this is before the pandemic. This was when they was renovating the Red House for $500 million. They was renovating Whitehall. They was renovating President's Hall. They was renovating the Prime Minister residence in Tobago. All of that.
You see, what you gotta understand. They believe that the people in Laventine want nothing, so they're giving them nothing. They go whenever the Whitehall and thing, because that isn't upper class people passing along the savannah, they will see these places. You understand? But them how to get over nothing, they go vote for them anyway.
But heavy. All them in the go along, get along PNM gang. I want to ask them a question. When is the last day anyone all here fight and talk about anything with them 3 buildings in Chumaka and that building we've been sitting in now for over a decade, 6 years under the PNM? When? And what about them in the go along, get along gang in the media? You need to go along, get along PNM gang in the media.
You need to understand Wall Street. You are asking for things from their government on behalf of them and their children, to help them and their children, you know. You out of place for doing that to them, you out of place. They will crucify and drag it to the mud Wall Street.
Let me ask them a next question. When the council for Chumaka bring a hamper and it have 5 okra in the hamper, they bring 20 hampers, 5 okra in each one of the hampers.
Don't do that.
If you have a family of 8, right? 5 okra in the hamper, 3 of them going okra-less, right?
Wait.
It's 5.
Wait.
3 of them.
Watch it.
3 of them can't.
Watch it. How you know it's 5 okra in the hamper? They will call and say lie, you know.
Listen, the people who did the hamper for me in Chumaka tell me they look in the hamper. The person who get the hamper, I don't make this up. When I come on with facts. 5 okra. I tell you, girl, I say, wait now. If you have family here, because you have a big family in Chumaka.
Right.
What's it?
3 of them going okra-less. Or this one. Or they go make a cow because it's only 5 okra. They have to come back to the other 5 to make the loo. They can't make a cow loo.
Wall Street, I am here for the serious questions, right? Mm-hmm. I want to find out from you on a real. Mm-hmm. Are you now a UNC pretending to still love the PNM? And
good.
Wait, let me finish.
You're a smart fella.
No, because I real.
Yeah.
Are you a UNC
smart fella.
pretending to be a PNM to pull along the PNM? So some people will say he really talking the truth. And you know, I like to read over the line, no, not even between the lines. I like to read over the lines. Right? So I want to know for real. He is a big man. If I personally,
TC.
Yes.
No, you don't have to go no further. I understand you. Let me say to you. I'm going to put a challenge to you and those in the go along, get along PNM gang and all those who on Facebook and making all kind of noise and running them out with the victim syndrome. To any one of them that can prove that I'm a UNC, I will donate 100,000 TT to a charity of their choice. Let me repeat that. If you went to the fridge to get a shandy, or you went to the fridge to get a beer, somebody going to the fridge. I see somebody going to the fridge.
Right.
Wait, no. Get the red shandy. Don't get the ginger shandy. Take out the red shandy. All right, they get a red shandy. If they missed it, anyone in Trinidad and Tobago, and if you live in America too, can prove that Wall Street is a UNC, I will donate 100,000 TT to a charity of your choice.
Well, shit, sometimes you can't prove it, but it's there. I'm just saying. And I'm not against.
I've been honest with you. I tried to swing Wall Street over the PNM all her.
Prove it is rumors and
innuendo. Is a PNM thing.
If you can't prove it, is
so they would just say that because you against the wrong things that you're experiencing in your party.
Yeah.
I see ills in the party, and that's why I go along, get along PNM gang. I coined that. Nobody else in Trinidad didn't coin that. Everybody knows I am a good coiner.
Do you have a party card? Do you have a UNC party card?
Boy, listen. But listen, all right, let me go back again. If anybody can prove I have a UNC party card, I'll donate 250,000.
That doesn't answer the question, though. That question comes with a yes or a no.
But TC,
he will put $200,000 if he's not a.
No, I'm just saying.
$200,000. I wish I could prove. I could put up a UNC card on you.
But TC, let me say this, TC. If you are going on social media and saying that Wall Street is a UNC now, right? I could go on the social media and say, boy, TC's a ILP, you know.
Yeah, that's
I could go on the media and say TC's a MSJ, you know. I could make up anything. You see the problem with them just throw macaroni up on the wall and see what will stick. You know? because sometimes all the macaroni that slide down. You see? All the macaroni that slide down and nothing don't stick.
Watching just anytime you start to talk about the ills that's going on in the country and your concerns why is the PNM in power, they will label you as something else. Right? Because they don't believe that you are PNM still and still. See, they can't believe and fathom that a PNM person can call and talk about what the things that PNM not doing.
Yeah.
Because nobody else in the PNM they do that. They just storyline. They just go and say everything the PNM do wrong. They just they go along, get along as they say. Right?
Call it what it is.
Because honestly, if I and Dr. Rowley was personal friends like you, and I entertained them home in my house more than once, and other ministers, and then you came and you're in power and I ask you for things like that, I'm being honest.
You will be hurt.
And not just hurt, I wash my hand.
Like Pontius Pilate.
But I want nothing to do with the party. No, listen. Listen. Wall Street. I am speaking about me.
Yeah,
I am not speaking about you. I said if
it was him.
I'm an emotional guy. So if something like that happens with me, I done. You can't deal with. I'm not dealing with you.
Neither the party.
Neither the party.
Yeah.
But you holding strain to your party. You understand?
You know why?
Yeah.
You know why?
Why?
You know why? Let me tell all you why I holding strain. I see black disadvantaged people in my community suffering. That's why I stay in this country. Every family in the planning in Chumaka, Claventel, for all them whole part of the go along, get along gang. Only listen carefully here. Wait, don't leave yet. I see them, one of them on social media going on. Don't leave yet. Alright? What is she name? Nah, I ain't gonna call she name. Every family in Chumaka, Laventel, 52 families, I don't care whether they have or they don't have. Every one of them receive a well-stocked hamper from this little black boy from Chumaka, Laventel, who's a PNM support. All you vex, you know, but all you can say what you want. Or you can't deny.
And I don't believe. Go ahead. I honestly don't believe.
Want TC.
I honestly don't believe that you're discuss and just trying to, you know, as some people are saying. I don't believe.
They say trying to bring down the party.
Yeah,
but
I don't believe.
Well,
that.
should we get a lot of time, and we have a lot of callers trying to call in. So I want to thank you for your contribution.
Before I go, don't forget that. Don't forget, Fed concedes nothing without a demand. It never did, and teach.
Yes, Wall Street.
All right, Wall Street.
You're breaking up to
the end there, so we gotta go. Right? Thank you very much. You can call us anytime.
I tell you, if it's me heavy, I don't care. I wash my hand. I want nothing to do with the party.
The
leader, nothing, because and I can't see how people saying I can't see how people could still say that Walsh didn't get what he wanted. That is why he's disgruntled. He didn't want anything personal.
No, he didn't want anything personally.
I would have want personally.
Yeah. I see pep contract, sir.
I don't want no see pep contract. You live by me.
Yeah.
You stay by me.
Yeah.
When you come up in the States, I carry about.
Yeah, carry on in stock exchange.
Yeah, gosh, I entertain you.
Yeah, entertaining.
I entertain you.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm being honest, Evie, I would have want more than I would have one personal gain as
Personal gain as well, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I would not. I would
because the type people do what you do gain personal gain right now.
Yes. I would not have studied, right? Or I want 3 billion in Chumaka paint here, I would have won that too.
Of course,
because at the end of the day, that's for my hometown, so I brighten up my hometown and feel comfortable.
Right.
It's 3 billion.
Yeah.
Nice small thing. But I would have won personal gain.
True.
Right? And I'm speaking the truth on national radio. I would have won personal gain. But for people to continuously say he didn't get what he won, that's why he gained on. I don't believe that.
I don't believe that neither. That's shippiness.
That's shippiness.
Come better than that.
Come better than that.
Let me see who else on the line. We have 15 minutes again. Caller,
Hi, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Let me start by saying I love my country.
Good afternoon, sir.
It is a wonderful privilege to be on the program.
Yes,
thank you.
After I listened to Wall Street, I felt because Wall Street had me on his US program last week.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt it was important after I listened to Wall Street according to this, just to say a few words.
Go right ahead.
In respect to your conversation that you're having today.
Go right ahead.
Like Wall Street myself, I have always been, as both of you are aware, I've always been PNM. I've never jumped ship.
Yeah.
From one to the next in my entire life on this earth. And I've served in the party at various levels, and I believe that I am of the firm belief that even up to now, that the PNM is the best party in this country. That's my personal belief. And I stand firm with that. But I am beginning to become somewhat concerned in respect to some of the utterances and some of the situations that is occurring, and that in terms of what we are seeing. And in terms of people speak about who get and who don't get. I'm seeing some things that looks a bit blatant that I'm becoming somewhat concerned about. And it is as though I was worried under the UNC, because under the UNC I saw people who I know personally because I'm a business person. I saw persons got successfully, economically successful, let me put it mildly, or got rich while the UNC was in power. And to me, a lot of those same persons are getting even richer at this point in time. And a few others, as the case may be. I am becoming concerned, and the reason for it, so many people calling out to me, reaching out to me. And those who, there are people, I don't know if some people are just left to be seen as foot soldiers and must just remain as foot soldiers. Or some people have been assigned the position as soldiers of the crumbs and protectors of the kakada, and that is beginning to very, very much concern me. And I have never really wanted much in my party. I have given much more than I have received, because to me it is about service. It is about goodwill. I believe in goodwill towards all men, irrespective of what party you believe, or what religion you are, or what race you are. I believe in goodwill across the board. But I also believe that you must also help your how does you have to feed your house before you
of course.
Thank you. You have to feed your house before you feed others or something. In
the words of dance a yard before you dance abroad.
Yeah. Correct, and it's the case, man, and I'm really becoming concerned because there's a lot of hardship within my people are reaching out to me, and I try my best. As these difficult times we are going through. Let me give you a personal example. I seldom ask for anything, but one thing I had requested in respect to persons coming home for quarantine, and I've seen this. I've reached a point where I felt comfortable not to say this in public, and I said, listen, my family have a few accommodations. And all the people who have accommodations, who put in people for quarantine, none of them look like me. And none of them look like my family. And therefore, could we, not just because we have good facilities that we can, once business is coming, we'll make sure and have all the rules and things like that. And it was completely ignored or blanked, as the case may be. Wow. And I didn't ask that for myself. I asked that for members of my family, as the case may be. But again, all the persons who have quarantine facilities, none of them and I've been frank, none of them are of African descent.
No.
As the case may be, not one single one. And I begin to wonder what is going on, and it's getting to me more and more and more. I feel I may reach a point very soon where I may reach a point very soon where I may begin to speak out very, very sternly about some of the issues that are confronting us.
But I can ask a question.
Very concerned. Huh?
I can ask a couple questions, please. Since you're on the phone. But is it a deliberate?
Hold on. So hold on. Both of us, we meet at the same school to gather our children. Go ahead, sir.
Yes. Besides Brother Wall Street, yourself, my brother Richard Norrie, and all these PNM who have been loyal, have been in the vineyard toiling, who have actually went and get people to come out and vote, even when the people was disgruntled against the PNM. You got the people to rise up and stand up and vote for the PNM. You work in the vineyard, you toil. And now, the same political party, right, that you have fought so hard for, all these political activists and all the people that supported the party and got people to come out and vote for the party, are now being thrown in the doorhouse and treated and just you can't even ask for something.
We know the government.
No. And they're not asking for themselves, no. They're asking for people who the same people who they tell go and vote for the government for. When these people come to them and ask them, but have you tell me go and vote for the government? I need to get a hamper. I need to get some from a train. I need to get simple things. You understand? These people know how to be in front of the firing range, in front of the PM, the same people who they tell vote for the government for. So I want to ask Brother Harvey, is it a deliberate attempt to put all these PNM activists and them in the doghouse?
I would hope that you are wrong, but I'm very concerned because it is truly a possibility. I'll give you a quick example. In 2013, when PNM was about to lose the seat up in Tobago, East Charlottesville, Speyside, I was called upon and I did a special program. I went up there and I spoke about the issues and the concerns, and I spoke to my people in Tobago. And because of that campaign I did in Tobago, PNM won all, because I was through the island, but in that area in particular, that where they had everything they definitely were going to lose.
Yeah.
I turned it around and we won the situation. We won the all 15 seats in Tobago. Sorry, all 10 seats in Tobago.
Yeah.
I think it's 10 seats in Tobago. All the seats in Tobago. We won all the seats in Tobago. And that's the kind of commitment towards people like myself.
But were you rewarded for that? No, you can't even get to host people
but
for...
Like, Heavy, you're not listening to Harvey or what? You're in a different room? You didn't just hear Harvey said that he looked at when the quarantine, you don't understand that when people come back, they have to be quarantined. Let me break it down to you. And there his family has the facilities to provide that service. And so he went in and he said, listen, just let us be a part of the teams. The people.
Letter after letter.
Right. That when we are... You can't choose us to be quarantined.
Understand what you said, but he was ignored?
And he was ignored. You are not listening, Heavy.
I didn't know that.
People get through. People are not our skin texture, Heavy.
And this is why I said to the caller the first...
But the PNMites, the go along, get along people will say that Harvey Boris...
Yeah, that's allowed.
He greedy.
Yeah.
He Russian. He had to wait his turn. He after what happened?
He was hand out.
The PM go talk to him. Why he didn't go to the PNM but to the government, the Prime Minister with that. Yeah. And they will find all the other excuses, but they will not find the same excuses for the Nanlal or the big name one, or the, you understand, who have the same facilities as Harvey and get it by just making a call and saying, you will send X by me now when and get through. Because we know how that's how it goes.
That's cool. So, but have you wrap up
but let me just wrap up and say this, What really concerns me sometimes when people reach out to me. Now I may be different because I'm still listen. I'm not just per se like in the doghouse. I can call a minister here, there. I have no problem with that, and they will call me back and whatever. So I'm not talking about myself. I want to be very clear. I'm talking because I'm the chairman of the Center for Justice. I have been fighting for poor people. The Center for Justice has been around 27 years now, and I've been fighting for people. I've come from all walks of life. The point I'm making, when PNM people reach out to me and tell me, listen, they can't even get a return call, as the case may be. These things hurt my heart. When people are only left that the only time they can see the people is when they go to the constituency office. They can't be invited to the minister's office. Those things hurt my heart. And my fight is not for me. Thank God my family has done reasonably. My fight is based on the fact that I want to see our people uplifted. I want to see. Listen, I'm being very clear with this. I want to see people not putting square pegs in wrong hole or not being. But I want to see some PM people become also rich and successful in the right way, the proper way. But there must be opportunities so that they can achieve their goals. Me, I'm talking about no corruption. I'm against corruption, but there must be opportunities provided. That you must help your own. You must help those who put you in office. They cannot just become soldiers of the crowns and protectors of the kakada. They must be given the opportunity to proceed as the case may be. And I'm hoping, because in my party we have very good people, we have very good leaders, we have people who are concerned, and I'm hoping that at the end of the day we are given the respect across the board so that everybody can achieve their goals, and that's what I'm talking about.
All right.
Thank you so much.
The organization.
All right, but
I thank you for the opportunity. May God continue to guide you guys. But please, I want to say, we Africans have to not be too much involved in bacchanal, but more be involved in finding ways to achieve our goals.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello. I must make a last point.
Go ahead.
While there are people in other political parties who are UNC, PNM, things like that, of Indian descent, of Chinese descent, of Caucasian descent, they're in different parties, and they're still doing business together. It's only the Africans who is PNM, who is UNC, fighting on one another, what kill one another, and we are doing no business with each other, and we are getting poorer and poorer. And everybody else, no matter what party they're in, there's a specific party when business comes. Please, African people, please open your eyes. Please understand. We don't need to fight on one another.
Thank you, Brother Happy.
I like that.
TC?
As is African people, you're dependent.
You see why I can't support the PNM? You see why?
Well, you're not supporting the PNM as your personal.
Right. You see why? Because they don't take care of their own.
Yeah, boy.
They don't take care of their own. It's blatant.
Real hard.
So all this illusion they're selling.
Some of these things I hearing today, right?
And you see PNM supporters coming and say it.
Yeah.
Not me.
And you know, it's still our people trying to sell Lou.
Yeah, because they've been getting this Lou all day, every day on radio. So you see the realness coming out.
And I would say it again. If I am a part of a party for all these years, if I am a part of a party for so much years, and I come on, I saw up in the hem of the party, and it's nothing for me.
TC, you're trying to eat.
And I actually seen where other people benefiting and getting rich. Man, to hell was with the party.
TC, but you're trying to eat.
This is why I am not. And Paul, I'm not taking any phone calls right now. We have just about maybe 5 minutes or so.
Not even 5 minutes, 2 minutes before the press conference.
So Paul, next week you gotta sell some of your Lou.
Yeah,
because you don't sell Lou at times. Right? I'm not taking it today. I'm not taking it no more. You can't call after Harvey to sell with no Lou.
I want to thank all the callers today.
If you're calling, I could take Paul phone calling. If you're calling to say something really constructive and not burn poor Harvey and them on Wall Street and call them bitter old politician and all them things, I go take Paul phone call. But today, tread light, because I'm telling you, I can't understand. Harvey is still calling himself and he's still saying
my party and says in the PNM.
Wow.
Yeah,
you see why I can get into politics?
Just like Wall Street.
You see why I can get into politics? You see why I will never be a PNM or UNC?
You don't get paid for your loyalty, and this is why I say love until it's how it is today, because they have been loyal to the PNM and they never switch, and they're still how they is today, porn hungry.
Paul calling. I want to hear what Paul have to say.
Press the phone line.
Paul.
Pleasant good day. Are you hearing me clearly?
Yes, I'm hearing you, Paul. Yeah.
All right, let me tell you something, right? What Wall Street is pushing there, he's pushing the wrong narrative, right?
How?
Because many times I call into Wall Street program, right? And every time I try to defend the People's National Movement and outline the things that the People's National Movement have done, Wall Street to now come and push a different narrative down my throat and run me from me program and all kinds of things.
Paul, with all, just now, hold on 1 second. Paul, there is a time to defend, and there's a time to admit, Paul. Paul, when things are going wrong, you cannot defend right down the road, even when things are wrong, Paul. And this is the problem with some of us as even young people, Paul. If something is wrong, we have to say it's wrong. Stop saying you're defending when it is wrong, Paul. That's all. It is not always about being right, you know. It is not
and I am not saying, TC, let me just put in my 2 cents.
Go ahead.
I'm not saying that the People's National Movement is not right or wrong, no, because there are some times that I tell the PNM as it is, and the same set people that station or the callers and whatnot. You hear me clearly?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, sorry, a call coming. So the same set people who would like me to just be a yes to the People's National Movement, Heavy can tell you this, when I just let the PNM have it. So I am not the typical PNM person. You understand? I'm a realist. But at the same time, that is why the PNM wouldn't recognize me. Twice I went screening and once was nominated Alderman. But you know what went down? People went back to Bali's house and put sand in my rice. But you know what they do have over me? I am now doing my degree in political science, where I no longer want to affiliate with any party, but be able to strategize and analyze the politics of Trinidad and Tobago. And they can't stop that. And I don't need to be a talk show host, or I don't need to be too vocal for the PNM, you know, and you understand, because I'm a citizen of this country. And since the COVID-19 situation, nobody give me nothing, the PNM nor the UNC. So I can talk as a citizen. But what I'm saying, I love the PNM because they are a strong structure party. And because of the PNM, you all from the UNC learn a lot, and I'm not
you
saying
all. That's now. Don't say you all. If you want to say heavy. Don't say you all. Because I'm not a UNC.
I have to say you on Wall Street too, right?
No, Paul, why should that no UNC? Can you prove that? Can you prove that?
Yes, with the narrative you're pushing when I call in this program. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make heavy is that I'm not vexed with the PNM or the UNC because I'm East Indian. And I could go home to UNC if I want to because my mother was a big UNC. You understand what I'm saying? But because my father was the PNM and my father and my mother was able to gain employment under the PNM and they gain housing under the PNM, and I'm a PNM child, I understand what PNM do for me, and I am not ungrateful. But it's not PNM is the problem, you know. It's the people in the party is the problem.
Wow, you know, all right, Paul, you're real, put your foot in your mouth till the end. Paul said because his mother got a job from the PNM,
and the father get the house.
And they got a house from the PNM. He understand what the PNM did for them. The PNM did nothing for you, Paul.
Nothing.
And that is the ludus. This is where the government to government sells people that if UNC get a house for you, I understand what
you
still
have to pay
you have to pay for your house. When PNM get a job for you, you didn't stay home for the rest of your life and just collect a salary. You went to work every day hard under some stupid supervisor or manager, and sometimes you didn't feel to go. Sometimes you're not well, but you went anyway, right? And that made you who you are. Not press conference is up heavy, we have to go.
Yeah, so we got to go until next week. Right here, same time. Thank all the callers, Happy Boys, Wall Street, everyone who called, Google and all who called us. So thank you very much. Until next week, we'll be back here, same time, same place. Keep it locked.
Indicators of the direction in which we're going. If we look at this same data aggregated at a weekly time scale, what we see is that we had been noticing reasonable declines from week 24 to week 25, 25%, from week 25 to week 26, 26%. We noticed that we plateaued between week 26 and week 27. In fact, there was a 1.6% increase just about. We'd consider that almost the same. And preliminary data coming back from the lab for today would conclude this week about 5% or so above last week. So again, a flattening, signaling the possibility that